Many years ago, there was a school teacher named Mrs. Thomson. On the first day of school, she stood in front of her fifth graders and told a lie, as most teachers do. She looked at the children and said that she loved them all equally. But this was impossible because there was a little boy sitting in the front row. His name was Teddy Stud. Mrs. Thomson had seen Teddy the previous year and had noticed that he did not play well with the other children. His clothes were dirty, and Teddy was quite unplayful. She even started to enjoy putting a red cross on his work and writing a big fail. In school, Mrs. Thomson had to review the previous record of every student, but she kept Teddy's file for last. When she finally opened Teddy's file, she was shocked. Teddy's first grade teacher had written, "Teddy is a bright child, always ready to laugh. He does his work neatly and always shows good manners. It is a pleasure to be with him." The second grade teacher had written, "Teddy is an excellent student, liked by everyone. But he is troubled because his mother is ill. Teddy is going through a tough time, and his home environment is a little difficult." The third grade teacher wrote, "His mother's death has affected him badly. He tries his best, but his father does not take much interest in him. If nothing is done, the home environment will have a very bad effect on him." The fourth grade teacher wrote, "Teddy is now completely isolated and does not show much interest in school. He does not have many friends, and sometimes he falls asleep in class." Seeing all this, Mrs. Thomson started feeling ashamed of herself. She felt even worse when her students gave her Christmas gifts, beautifully wrapped in ribbons and colorful paper. But Teddy's gift was wrapped in a brown paper bag from a grocery store. Mrs. Thomson opened Teddy's gift in front of everyone. Inside was an old rhinestone bracelet, with some stones missing, and a perfume bottle that was only partially full. The children started laughing, but Mrs. Thomson quickly said how beautiful the bracelet was and applied some of the perfume to her wrist. Teddy stayed after school that day and said, "Mrs. Thomson, today you smell exactly like my mother." When the children left, Mrs. Thomson cried for an hour. After that day, she began focusing more on teaching the children than just delivering lessons. She paid special attention to Teddy. The more she encouraged him, the more he responded. By the end of the year, Teddy had become the most intelligent student in the class. A year later, Mrs. Thomson found a note from Teddy under her door. He had written, "You are the best teacher I've ever had in my life." 6 years passed, and she received another letter. Teddy wrote that he had completed high school in the top 3 of his class and that Mrs. Thomson was still his favorite teacher. 4 years later, another letter came. Teddy was about to graduate from college. He wrote, "You are still the best teacher I've ever had." 4 more years passed, and another letter arrived. This time, Teddy told her that he had studied further after college and had now become a doctor. At the end of the letter, he signed, "Theodore F. Student." Then came another letter. Teddy wrote that he was going to get married and asked Mrs. Thomson if she would sit in his mother's place at the wedding. Mrs. Thomson agreed. On that day, she wore the same bracelet with the missing rhinestones and used the same perfume that reminded Teddy of his mother. Teddy hugged Mrs. Thomson and whispered in her ear, "Thank you, Mrs. Thomson. You made me feel special and showed me that I could do something in life." Mrs. Thomson's eyes filled with tears. She said to Teddy, "No, Teddy. You are completely misunderstanding. You taught me that I could do something good. Before meeting you, I didn't know how to truly teach children.